I've been trying to outrun my family for years, but no matter how far I go, they always catch up. My name is Jake Harris. I'm 30 years old, and I'm a lawyer in Los Angeles. I've built my life from scratch, far away from the mess that is my family. My stepdad Jack, a failed real estate hustler, and Rachel, my lazy, entitled sister, have never understood the concept of hard work. They've always expected me to bail them out, to keep their reckless lives afloat. I've given them everything. Too much. But not anymore. I'm done. I thought I could finally cut ties, build a future on my own. The late-night calls were becoming fewer. Until tonight. The phone rings. 3 a.m. The number on the screen makes my stomach drop. Jack. I can't ignore it. I pick up. Jake, it's Rachel. She's in trouble. You have to help her. You're the only one who can. I can hear Jack's voice shaking, urgent. The desperation in his tone grates on my nerves. Rachel's in debt again, Jake. You know what's at stake. She's losing everything and we're out of options. The words spill out like they've been rehearsed. Jack is always in crisis mode, always one step away from collapse. I can already hear Rachel in the background, crying or playing the victim. I've been here before. I know the drill. But this time I won't cave. Call her boyfriend. Call someone else. I'm not your bank anymore, Jack. I snap, my voice flat. I'm tired of being the family ATM. I'm done. I hang up before he can respond. The silence in my apartment feels like a small victory. For the first time in years, I feel like I've taken control. I lie back in bed, trying to calm my mind. The phone vibrates again. It's Jack calling back. I don't pick up. A few minutes later, I get another notification. A message from the bank. Important account alert. Immediate action required. My pulse quickens. Something's wrong. My account balance drops into my view. A large sum has been transferred. The money, $30,000, vanished from my account. My hands shake as I swipe the message open. Transaction approved. $30,000 to Rachel Harris, pending verification. I freeze. No. No way. I didn't approve this. I immediately dial the bank's number. The representative answers, sounding calm but firm. Mr. Harris, we noticed an unauthorized withdrawal from your account. We need your confirmation to process or block the transaction. Unauthorized? What the hell do you mean, unauthorized? I didn't approve it, I say, my voice cracking. I run my hand through my hair, frustration boiling over. We've flagged the withdrawal as suspicious, sir. The transfer was made using your credentials. The words hit like a punch to the gut. Rachel. She didn't just ask. She took it. She's gone too far this time. No. This wasn't me, I mutter. I can feel the walls closing in. The representative confirms the money has already been transferred to an account in Rachel's name. They can't reverse it without my direct authorization. I slam the phone down, my head spinning. This isn't just a financial mess anymore. This is personal. My sister is playing with fire, and I'm the one holding the match. I stand, pacing the floor. My mind races, trying to make sense of it all. Why didn't I see this coming? I thought I was done with them. I thought I could move on. But I'm in too deep now. And the worst part is, I can't tell if it's Rachel or someone else pulling the strings. My family's web of lies has always been tangled, but this is different. I head toward the door, heart pounding. I need answers. But as I open it, something catches my eye, movement across the street. A figure in the shadows, watching, waiting. It's too far to make out details, but my instincts scream at me. I step back inside, closing the door behind me with a quiet click. I try to calm my breathing, but the air feels thick. Someone is out there. Someone is keeping an eye on me. And I have no idea who they are. I run my hand over my face, realizing something. The phone call, the money, the shadow across the street. It's all part of something bigger. Something much darker than I imagined. They're coming for me. And this time, I won't be able to outrun them. The walls of my apartment feel like they're closing in on me. I'm standing in the middle of my living room, hands still shaking from the phone call with Jack. I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched, even though I'm alone. I've been around these people long enough to know that nothing is ever as it seems. I should have known better than to think they'd leave me alone. The bank's call rips through my thoughts like a freight train. Mr. Harris, there's been a large withdrawal from your account. A $30,000 transfer to your sister, Rachel Harris. We need your confirmation on whether this was authorized. The woman on the line says, her voice eerily calm. I drop onto the couch, the weight of it all crashing down on me. My breath comes in short bursts. What do you mean, authorized? I didn't approve it. The transfer was processed using your credentials. We flagged it as suspicious, but it's been confirmed. I'm at a loss for words. This can't be real. I stare at my phone, the screen flashing with the details of the transaction. It's all there, Rachel's name, the amount, the timestamp. All of it. The bank's words echo in my mind. Your credentials. I didn't give Rachel permission. I didn't even speak to her today. Hell, I didn't even speak to her in weeks. So how the hell did this happen? I run my hands through my hair. My thoughts spiral. This is a setup. Rachel couldn't have done this alone. Someone else is behind it. But who? Jack? Did he pull some strings to get to me? I slam the phone down and pace around the room. I need answers. I grab my coat, leaving the apartment without a second thought. I can't just sit here and wait for the other shoe to drop. The city of Los Angeles is alive outside. The streets buzz with the usual chaotic energy, but it feels wrong, like there's a heavy storm rolling in that no one can see it. My footsteps echo against the pavement as I walk quickly, heart racing with each passing second. Someone is messing with me, and I won't sit back and let it happen. I pull my phone out again, dialing Marcus, my old family friend. The one person I've trusted in this entire mess. Jake, his voice crackles through the phone. What's going on? You sound off. Marcus, I need your help. Something's happened. Rachel took $30,000 from my account. It was processed using my credentials. There's a pause on the other end. A long, drawn-out silence that sends a chill down my spine. That doesn't sound right, Marcus finally says. How the hell did she get your credentials? I don't know. That's why I'm calling you. I need to figure this out before it gets worse. I'm going to help you, Jake. But you've got to be careful. This is deeper than you think. Stay low for now. Don't talk to anyone about this. Marcus, I don't know what the hell is going on. But I'm going to find out. If anyone is behind this, I'll make them pay. Jake, Marcus cuts in, his tone sharp. You're not hearing me. There are bigger things at play here. You're in the middle of something that... The line cuts. I curse under my breath, looking at my phone screen, wondering if Marcus hung up on purpose or if it was just a bad connection. Either way, I can feel the walls closing in around me again. The pieces of this puzzle aren't fitting. And the more I dig, the more I feel like I'm being dragged into something much bigger. I head to the nearest cafe, thinking that maybe some fresh air and a cup of coffee will clear my head. But as I walk past the crowded street corners, a nagging feeling creeps in. The hair on the back of my neck stands up. I turn quickly, scanning the faces of the people around me. Nothing. But the feeling doesn't go away. I step inside the cafe, the warm air enveloping me. As I wait in line to order, I pull out my phone again, trying to process everything. The $30,000. The missing authorization. The cryptic warning from Marcus. There's too much happening, and it's happening too fast. I've always prided myself on staying ahead of the game. But now, I feel like I'm chasing shadows. A figure catches my eye as I glance up from my phone. A man standing by the counter, his face partially obscured by a hood. He's looking straight at me. The pit in my stomach tightens. I've seen him before, I'm sure of it. But where? Before I can make sense of it, he turns and walks out the door, disappearing into the night. I pay for my coffee, my hands trembling. I'm sure of it now. I'm not just being followed, I'm being hunted. I head outside, my mind racing. I can't let this slip through my fingers. But now everything feels wrong. I'm tangled up in this web, and I don't know how to get out. Just as I walk past the cafe's entrance, my phone buzzes again. A new message. It's too late for you, Jake. You're already in this deep. My heart drops. I don't know who sent it, but I know one thing. I can't trust anyone anymore. The game has changed, and I'm in it now. I hadn't felt fear like this before. The pounding in my chest wasn't from the bank's call or the 3 a.m. threat from Jack. It was from the feeling that I was in the middle of something much bigger than I could control. As I walk down the crowded streets of downtown Los Angeles, my steps quicken. There's a weight in the air, a lingering sense that I'm being watched. I can't shake the thought that someone's following me. It's like I'm being hunted. I shouldn't have ignored Marcus's warning. I pull my coat tighter, trying to mask the unease crawling under my skin. I text him, "What the hell was that?" But there's no reply. Not even a single "I'll call you back." I'm on my own. The feeling of being watched intensifies as I step into a nearby cafe. The barista doesn't even look up as I walk in. I take a seat by the window, hoping the coffee will steady my nerves. The room feels too quiet, too still. Minutes pass before I see the man again. He's standing across the street, leaning against a parked car, watching me. My breath catches in my throat. There's no mistaking it. The man I saw earlier in the cafe. I immediately pull my phone out, texting Marcus again. I'm being followed. This time he responds almost instantly. "Stay calm. Don't let them know you're aware. I'll call you in 5. I don't know if it's the adrenaline or the constant tension gnawing at me, but something inside me cracks. I stand up, pulling my coat over my shoulders and walk out of the cafe. I don't look back. I don't need to. I know he's still there. As I move through the crowd, I check my surroundings. People walking by oblivious. The city feels like a maze. I need to lose him. But I don't have time to think about it. My phone buzzes. "Marcus, I know who's behind this. Meet me at the old warehouse on 3rd. Now, I hesitate. The warehouse. It's not far. I know the place. It used to be a storage unit for old files, a forgotten space in the city. The last time I was there was over 5 years ago, when Jack made me go through all the old documents, trying to cover up his debts. It feels like a lifetime ago. The sudden realization hits me like a punch. Marcus is involved in this. He knows something, and he's been hiding it from me. I don't waste any more time. I walk faster, my eyes darting to the side. I can feel the man's eyes burning into my back. He's following me, I know it. But I can't stop now. I have to get to Marcus before it's too late. The city streets blur as I reach the corner where the warehouse is located. The door to the building is ajar, the rusty metal creaking as I push it open. The air smells like dust and old wood, a smell that clings to your skin. Inside, the darkness is overwhelming. My footsteps echo, the only sound in the vast, empty space. I call out, "Marcus?" No answer. I take a few more steps, my senses on edge. The low hum of city life outside is muffled, distant, like I'm in another world entirely. I turn the corner, and there he is, Marcus, standing in the shadows, his face partially illuminated by the light from the street. His eyes narrow when he sees me. "Jake," he says, his voice low. "I told you to stay away." I step forward, my heart racing. "You know what's going on, don't you? You've been hiding this from me. What the hell is really happening?" He doesn't respond right away. His hand twitches, and I can see his fingers curl slightly, as if he's trying to keep his emotions in check. He's nervous. That's when it hits me. Marcus isn't just a bystander in all of this. He's been part of the plan from the beginning. I feel a rush of anger, of betrayal. "What the hell did you get me into?" He lets out a slow breath, stepping closer. "It's not what you think, Jake. There's more at play here than you can imagine." A chill runs down my spine. I don't care about the bigger picture, Marcus. I care about what's happening to me, to my family, to Rachel. Rachel's just the tip of the iceberg, he says, his voice trembling. You have no idea who you're really dealing with. I stare at him, confusion flooding my mind. What are you talking about? He looks away for a moment as if gathering his thoughts. Then, with a sudden shift in his expression, he says, Your father wasn't the only one in debt, Jake. The debts go way deeper than you know. And Jack, he's not just your stepdad. He's tied to something much darker. My heart skips a beat. What do you mean? Marcus steps closer, lowering his voice. There's a criminal organization involved. Jack got mixed up in it a long time ago. The money from your account, it wasn't just to pay off his debts. It's part of a much larger operation. They needed you, Jake. They needed your name. I shake my head, disbelieving. This isn't happening. I'm done with this. I'm done with all of you. But Marcus isn't finished. You're already too deep, Jake. They've been watching you, monitoring your every move. It's too late to back out now. The words hit me like a slap in the face. My mind spins. The walls of the warehouse feel like they're closing in on me. I've been walking around blind, trusting the wrong people. The trust one had in Marcus, it was all a lie. And then, as if on cue, the door slams shut behind me. A shadow moves across the room. I turn around, heart pounding. The man from earlier. He's standing in the doorway now. And he's not alone. There are two more with him. I think it's time we had a little chat, Jake. One of them says, stepping forward. I've been running, hiding in plain sight, thinking I could control this. But I've been wrong. And now there's no way out. They've caught me. The cold air bites as I step into the alley, my senses heightened. The warehouse looms in the distance, its rusted doors hanging loosely, like a mouth waiting to swallow me whole. I can't shake the feeling that this entire night is a trap, and I've walked right into it. I move quickly, almost too quickly, as the echoes of my steps bounce off the concrete walls. My heart beats like a drum, too loud, too fast. This was supposed to be a simple meeting with Marcus, but everything has spiraled into something I can't control. As I round the corner, I see it. The black SUV, parked in the shadows. My pulse spikes. It's the same one from earlier, the one I saw on the street. Someone is watching me. I can feel it, a presence, just out of sight, lingering like smoke in the air. I hesitate, but then I remind myself, no turning back now, Jake. I push forward. The door to the warehouse creaks as I pull it open, the scent of mildew and dust hitting me like a slap in the face. The place is a cavernous shell of a building, dark and empty except for the faint hum of electricity somewhere far off in the distance. The kind of place no one would ever come looking for you. Except I can't shake the thought that this is exactly where they want me. Jake, a voice calls out from the shadows. Marcus steps forward, his face partially obscured by the low light. I exhale in relief, but it doesn't last. Something's different about him. The coldness in his eyes. The way he moves, too smooth, too controlled. You took your time, he says, not moving any closer. I got here as fast as I could. What the hell is going on, Marcus? I can't keep the anger from my voice. I'm done with the games. Done with the secrets. He steps into the light now, but he's still too far to reach. His expression hardens. You shouldn't have come here, Jake. It's too late for you to walk away. You're in this now, whether you like it or not. A cold shiver runs down my spine. In what exactly? What the hell do you mean? Marcus pulls a folder from under his arm and tosses it onto the metal table between us. The contents are spilling out. A stack of papers, a couple of legal documents, and a black and white photo of something I don't recognize. This is bigger than you think, he mutters. Your family, Jack, Rachel, this is all connected. But you're not just a pawn in their game. You're a player. I glance at the photo. It's blurry, but the building in the background is unmistakable, my building. The one I bought last year. The one I've worked so hard for. Wait, what's that? I ask, my voice low. Marcus grins, but it's not a friendly one. You've been under surveillance for months, Jake. The money in your account? That was just the start. They've been keeping tabs on you, waiting for the right moment. The words feel like a punch. I stagger back, my mind racing. How could I have missed this? How long have they been watching me? I don't understand, I say, struggling to keep my voice steady. Why me? What do they want? That's the thing, Jake, Marcus continues, his voice dropping to a whisper. It's not just Jack and Rachel anymore. There's a whole operation running underneath it all, and you're tangled in it whether you like it or not. I feel the ground shift beneath me. My legs almost give out from under me. The weight of his words presses down on me like a ton of bricks. Suddenly I hear a noise, a low, deliberate sound coming from behind me. A figure steps from the shadows, two of them tall and menacing. I spin around, my heart hammering in my chest. Looks like we have company, Marcus says, almost casually, as if he's been expecting this. The men move forward, silent but purposeful. I can't tell if they're here to kill me or just keep me quiet. You have to leave, Jake. You can't stay here, Marcus says, his voice sharp now. I've tried to protect you, but this is too much. They'll find out you know too much. Who are they? My voice is barely a whisper, the words choking me. I take a step back, trying to assess my options. But there's nowhere to go. Suddenly, I hear the sound of tires screeching outside. A car door slams. They're here. Get in the car, Jake. You have no time, Marcus urges, but it's too late. The men are already on me, their hands grabbing my arms, pulling me toward the door. The last thing I hear before they drag me out of the warehouse is Marcus's voice, muffled by the distance. I'm sorry, Jake, but you were always meant to be part of this. The moment the cold night air hits my skin, my brain kicks into overdrive. I'm thrown into the back of an SUV, the door slamming shut behind me. I don't have time to think, to react. All I can do is hold my breath as the car speeds off, taking me deeper into the web I've just realized I'm trapped in. The weight of Marcus's words lingers. You're a player. And as the city lights blur outside the window, I realize there's no escaping now. The game has already started. The world outside is a blur. The black SUV moves through the streets like a predator, sleek and fast, slipping through the night unnoticed. My heart is pounding in my chest, my breath shallow, but my mind is racing faster. I barely register the city's lights as they flicker past. Everything feels distant, muted. I'm trapped. The men in the back of the SUV say nothing, but their eyes are glued to me. There's an unmistakable tension in the air. One of them shifts, adjusting his position, and the atmosphere grows colder, thicker. I can feel the weight of their gaze, their silent presence, suffocating me. Where are you taking me? I ask, my voice tight. The words feel like an intrusion, but I need something, anything to break the silence. The man to my left doesn't answer. He just stares at me, unblinking, as if he knows something I don't. The air between us crackles with the sense that he's deciding whether I'm worth talking to or not. The seconds stretch out like hours. My mind races through every possible scenario. Escape? I can barely move, let alone run. Fight? I'm outnumbered and outgunned. Every option feels like a trap. Finally, the driver speaks. His voice is low, rough. We're just taking you to the meeting spot. Relax. The meeting spot. I try to mask my confusion, but something feels off. I glance out the window, trying to orient myself. But the streets are unfamiliar. I should be scared, and I am, but more than that, I'm pissed. They've dragged me into their mess, using my name, my life, my money, and now they think they can control me. You're making a mistake, I say, my voice suddenly steady. I don't recognize the anger in it. Maybe I'm angrier than I thought. I'm not the one you want. You should be looking for Jack. The man on my right chuckles, low and humorless. You really don't get it, do you, Jake? His voice drops to a whisper, and I have to lean in to catch his words. It's not Jack. It's you. I blink. My stomach twists. What the hell does that mean? The man doesn't answer. He just leans back in his seat, looking satisfied. I'm left to stew in my own confusion, trying to piece together the implications of what he said. What do they mean by that? It's you? As the SUV speeds through the city, my mind flashes to everything that's happened. The transfer of the money, Marcus's cryptic warnings, the shady dealings I've just begun to uncover. Each piece feels like a clue, but the puzzle is still a tangled mess I can't unravel. The car takes a sharp turn and I jerk against the seat. The dim light inside the vehicle flickers, casting shadows that distort the faces of my captors. I have a sickening feeling that this is the calm before the storm. The waiting game is over. And then we stop. The engine cuts off, and the heavy silence in the vehicle feels suffocating. I look through the tinted windows. There's no sign of where we are, just empty streets and cold concrete. Get out, the driver says, his tone leaving no room for negotiation. I hesitate, but do as he says. The doors open, and I'm pushed out of the car, my legs unsteady as I hit the ground. I'm shoved forward, forced to walk into a narrow alley that leads to a steel door at the far end. The cold metal of the door creaks open as we approach. Inside, it's dim, lit by a single, flickering light hanging from the ceiling. The room is empty except for a large, wooden table in the center, and standing next to it is Marcus. Marcus. My voice comes out hoarse, the betrayal I feel cutting deeper than I expect. What the hell is going on? His expression is unreadable, his arms folded across his chest. You're too deep, Jake. You should have listened to me. The man who spoke earlier steps forward, his cold eyes scanning me. This is bigger than you thought. You think you're just helping your sister? You're helping us. I blink, stunned. What do you mean, us? Marcus finally speaks. It's not just about Rachel. It's about control, Jake. The money you transferred wasn't just to cover her debts. It was a cover-up, a way to bring you into something much bigger, something your family's been running for years. The floor feels like it's slipping from beneath me. The weight of his words presses on my chest, suffocating me. What the hell are you talking about? The criminal organization. The one Jack's been tied to. He's not just a small-time hustler. He's working for something much more dangerous. And now, so are you. I stagger back, my mind trying to make sense of the chaos. I've been set up. All of this. Everything that's happened, it's because of him. Marcus's eyes flash. No, it's because of you. They've been watching you for months, Jake. They needed your name, your access, and now you're part of it. I feel a knot tighten in my stomach, my breath coming in shallow gasps. The betrayal, the lies, they've been building for months, pulling me deeper into their web. My family isn't just a problem. They're the ones who created it. I look at Marcus. You used me. You were supposed to be my friend. And now you're telling me that I've been dragged into some kind of criminal empire. He doesn't flinch. You should have walked away when you had the chance, Jake. Now it's too late. Just then, the door slams shut behind me. I turn, startled, and my heart skips a beat. Another figure steps into the room. Jack. But his expression is different. He's not the man I remember. He's colder, harder. I told you, Jake, he says, his voice low and cruel. You should have stayed out of this. The room goes silent, the weight of his words pressing down on me. The man I thought I knew, my stepfather, wasn't who he appeared to be. And now I'm tangled in a game I can't win. The walls are closing in, and I realize too late that I've been a pawn in their game all along. I wake up in a cold sweat, the echo of the last few days still ringing in my ears. It's not just the danger that haunts me now. It's the realization that everything I thought I knew was a lie. Jack, Rachel, Marcus. All of them, tangled in a web I never saw coming. But that's the thing about truth, it never stays buried forever. The walls of the small, dimly lit room press in on me, but the light outside is finally breaking through the cracks. It's morning, but it feels like the world has already passed me by. I hear footsteps approaching, but I don't move. I won't show them my fear anymore. The door creaks open. The figure standing in the doorway is familiar. Jack. His face is drawn, his eyes dark. He's not the man I remember, he's something else now. A stranger, a ghost. You're awake, he says, his voice clipped. What the hell do you want from me, Jack? I force the words out, my voice steady, despite everything twisting inside me. I've lost everything. You've ruined everything. He doesn't respond right away. He's just standing there, eyes scanning me, and for a moment, I wonder if he's weighing whether or not to finish the job. The tension between us is thick, the silence heavy with unspoken truths. I never wanted this for you, Jake, he says, his voice softer now, almost pleading. I never wanted you to get caught up in this. I laugh, but it's bitter. Caught up? You pulled me in, Jack. You and Rachel and Marcus. You used me like a pawn in some game I never signed up for. He doesn't flinch at the accusation. Instead, he walks closer, his footsteps deliberate. It wasn't supposed to be this way. We were just trying to survive. You don't know what it's like to be desperate, to owe people who don't care whether you live or die. This isn't just about money. It's about power, Jake. Control. I look him in the eyes, and for the first time I see the fear there. The fear of a man who's trapped. You've ruined everything, Jack. You've destroyed any chance I had of a normal life. I can't even trust you anymore. You think I don't know that? His voice cracks. I never wanted to drag you into this. But I did. And now there's no going back. I look at him, really look at him, and for a brief moment, the anger fades, replaced by a strange pity. I see how far he's fallen, how deep he's sunk into this dark world. It wasn't supposed to be like this, I know that now. He didn't start out as a criminal, but somewhere along the way he chose a path. And now it's too late. Then why are you still here? I ask, my voice low, my hands shaking. Why are you still playing this game if you know it's over? He stands there for a moment, as if trying to find the words. Finally, he sighs, looking defeated. Because, Jake, sometimes it's not about what you want anymore. It's about what you have to do to survive. And I didn't know how to stop. I close my eyes, feeling the weight of everything crashing down on me. I've always wanted to save him, to fix this, to make things right. But now I understand. He's not the one who needs saving. It's me. I've spent my whole life trying to do the right thing, trying to save people who never asked to be saved. But the truth is, sometimes you can't save anyone, and sometimes you have to let them go. I stand up, my legs weak, but determined. I'm done being a pawn in their game. I'm done playing by their rules. It's time for me to write my own story, even if it means walking away from the family I've always known. I'm done with this, Jack, I say, my voice steady but my heart pounding. I'm leaving. And this time, I'm not coming back. For the first time, I see a flicker of regret in his eyes. But it's fleeting, replaced by something darker. You can't leave. You have no idea what they'll do to you. I take a step back, my mind made up. I'd rather face them than keep living like this. The door slams shut behind me as I walk out, my footsteps echoing in the empty hallway. The weight of the decision hangs heavy on my chest, but I feel lighter than I have in years. I'm walking away from the darkness, from the lies, from the people who kept me chained to their world. It's time to build my own future. The sunlight blinds me as I step into the street, and for the first time in a long time I breathe in the fresh air. The city hums with life around me, and I know that whatever happens next, it's my choice. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is walk away, but it's also the only way to truly free yourself. I'm done being a part of their story. Now it's my turn to write mine.